Hello, it's Theresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I'm happy to be collaborating once again with PandaHallSelected. If you're not familiar with them, they are a wonderful online craft store, and they generously sent me some dies free of charge for my review and to share with you. And so that's what I'll be doing today. Wait until you see them. They're adorable. Now, I know it's probably kind of hard to tell exactly what these are because I've broken them down and put them on these little magnetic sheets, but these create 4 different styles of snowmen. And so they were just a lot of fun to work with, and I made some tags and I made a card. And if you stick around till the end, I do have a tutorial on how I made one of the tags. These dies have so many fun accessory pieces, and you'll see those when you see my projects, but this set was very reasonably priced, and as is everything at PandaHallSelected. So I highly encourage you to click on the link below and check them out. And also don't forget to use my coupon code of Theresa, that's THERESA, to get 10% off your order. Let's check out the projects. I made this cute little tag. It's got a little jingle bell on it. But look at that snowman. I cut it out of some glitter cardstock and just simply used the dies to cut the pieces out. Just adorable. And you can really vary the look depending on the paper that you use to cut out the accessories. But I thought this turned out super cute. I thought this one was super fun. This die set, you can make a little cat or dog style hat. And so I did the cat for this one. Love the little cutouts in the scarf. Lots of details in these dies. I made this one with that same set, and this one is, I'm assuming, a little dog. I just think it's so cute. This one, more of a traditional style snowman, but it included the pieces for the hat band and also the holly leaves and the berry. Cute little bow tie, the buttons, I mean, just so much fun. You could make these look so different just by varying the paper that you cut them out of. This is the last tag that I made, and with this set, it comes with these little antlers that you can put on top of the hat. Just thought that was so adorable, and it even comes with this little bird. Just precious. And I did do a tutorial for you of this one, so if you stick around for a couple of minutes, we'll get right to it. And for my last project, I made a card, used a die set to cut this fun card out. It's a rocker card, and I thought that was neat because it's got a jingle bell and it rocks, so Jingle Bell rocks, and it's also a shaker. So just thought it was super fun. And this snowman has a top hat. So cute. And this card just rocks like that. Even comes with a candy cane. I absolutely loved working with these die sets. So versatile and adorable. Now, if you'd like to know how I made this particular tag, stick around and we'll make it together. A lot of you have requested to see the process when I'm making things, so I thought that I would bring you along with me and show you how I made the tags. In the interest of time, I have already pre-cut all of my die cuts. So I have those laid out right here, and we're going to start with the tag itself. I used a tag die from my stash, and I cut 2 of them out of 110-pound cardstock. And what I'm going to do is glue I use the Beacon 3-in-1. You can use art glitter glue or your adhesive of choice. I'm just going to put glue all over the back of this tag. Then I'm going to take my second tag and I'm going to make sure that the pretty side is on the back and I'm adhering, you know, basically ugly side to ugly side, like that. And I like using the Beacon 3-in-1 because it doesn't warp my paper at all. And it also dries very strong. Just makes a really nice base to build off of. Next, I have a couple of pieces that I cut out with my dies and just out of patterned paper. Now this one I didn't cut out completely. I just focused on the bottom portion of it because what I'm going to do with this one is just do a tear on it. I'm going to try to kind of make it look like a snowbank for my snowman to stand on. And before I glue these down, I'm going to ink them with some vintage photo Distress Oxide. Just go around my edges like this. I just like the look that that gives, especially when I'm doing a rustic or vintage style project. And I'll do the same thing to this piece. Just very lightly on the torn part. I don't want it to look like dirty snow. I'm just simply going to glue this onto my tag base. I'm going to use my art glitter glue this time. I usually like to use the Beacon 3-in-1 for my matting and layering, but when it's just a small project and I'm not worried about warping, the art glitter glue is a little bit easier to work with. Okay, I've got that base piece down and I'm going to align these two pieces on the bottom and glue that down as well. Next, we're going to build our snowman, and we're going to do that off of the tag and then put it on when we're done. So I'm just going to slide this up here, and I'm going to move these pieces over, and I will work to build it right here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm first going to ink the edges of some of the larger pieces that I'm working with. Just gives them a little bit of the illusion of depth. That's probably the only one I'm going to ink. Maybe this little bird. It's very, very tiny. We'll just give him a little bit of ink right here. I'm going to use this jewel picker to help me to pick the pieces up since they are very small. Just has like a wax tip on it. I'm going to take the snowman body and his head, and you can see that he has a little face embossed on him, just a mouth and kind of a line right there, just to use as a guide when you're assembling. So I'm going to take my art glitter glue and I'm just going to put a little bit right about here, and making sure that his mouth is positioned where I want it. Just going to overlap those two pieces and hold it till they bond. Next, I'm going to work on his little hat. And again, I'm going to put my glue on the snowman's head. And just pop that on. I'm going to put this glue directly on the brim, not going all the way out to the edges because it does hang over just a little bit. Next, I'm going to work on his scarf. I'm going to glue this first piece down by putting the glue directly on the neckline of the snowman. Just do my best to get that in position. Then there's this other little piece, and that just, I'm going to put it over here off to the side a little bit, right there. So I'm just going to put a dot of glue there, pick this up with my jewel picker, and position it. A little glue seeping out, so I'm going to try to wipe that away. This glue will dry clear, so I'm not overly concerned about it. Just want to make sure that it's on. So I'm going to use my tweezers to help me to get some glue on his little arm. And I'm just going to position that right about here. And I cut out two of the same arms. There's a left and a right arm. I cut two of the right ones because I want this one to be positioned upward, like so. And I think I'll put that right about there. So for that one, I pick it up with my jewel picker and just put a little bit of glue right on here. Now this die set does come with small dies that cut out circles for buttons and eyes and so forth. I'm going to use these tiny little gem eyes though, or for my eyes I should say. And I'm just going to put some glue right here and right here. And that's probably way too much, but I don't want them to come off. And use my jewel picker to get those positioned. He's looking so cute. Next, I want to adhere my nose. I'm gonna put that about right here. Just put a little dot of glue there. Use my jewel picker and get that applied. Next, I'm going to give him some shiny gold buttons. Let's start here, so that's where I want my middle one. And here, and here, so I have three. Oops, got a bubble there. And again, just using my jewel picker, get those attached. Now this particular die set came with these cute antlers, so I am going to position those on the back of his hat. I think that would look super cute. So I'm just going to pick him up carefully. And I'm going to hold this antler down with my finger and just apply a little bit of glue. And then kind of just press it in like that. I think that looks pretty cute. And then I'll do the same with this one. Just putting a little bit of glue, holding it down. I know these pieces are tiny and it's a little bit hard to work with this on camera, but I'm trying my best. Just move my paper to get this in position. I think about there. Move it down just a little bit. Just hold it in place for a second. Okay. I also cut out this little bit of holly and a little berry, and I thought that might be cute to stick over here on his hat. So I'm just going to, I don't know, put some dots of glue right here and just try to position these over here like so. A little bit more glue for the berry. So cute. Now before I put the bird where I want it, I think I'm going to put my snowman onto the tag. So let's transfer over to that. Let's set that aside. I'm going to pull my tag back in. And also we need to punch the interior piece that I cut out has a hole. So I'm just going to use that as my guide. Use my hole punch here, just kind of look through to get that lined up and punch. Okay, and I've also got these reinforcers that I cut out of paper. They came with my tag set. And so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue around the hole that I punched. And use my jewel picker to stick that down. This is more decorative than anything because I am using 110-pound cardstock and it's double layered. So I think it's strong enough even without this, but I think it's a pretty touch. Going to flip it over, do the same thing on the back. Next, I'm just going to position him on here where I want him. And I do have a little sentiment also that I'm going to be placing. So just, I don't know if I want him here. That's kind of cute. You know, my inclination, of course, is to put him in the center, put the greetings in the center, but that's a lot of centered. So I don't know about that. I could put the greetings over here. I think that's what I'll do. Have the greetings off over to the left. So I think what I'm going to do is put that down first, actually. This is just something that I stamped. Some glue on it. Put that right about here. And now I'm just going to put my snowman on. I'm just going to put glue just in dots all over the back. I want to make sure that he's secure. And I am going to put him in the center. Something like that. I'll hold down his little antlers. I wanted to make sure that the glue keeps those stuck down well. Now I want to put the little bird, I think I want to put it right here in his hand. Something like that. So I'm just going to put glue on his hand. Next I have some lace, and I also have some ribbon. And for these, I'm going to take the lace and I'm going to feed it through the hole. This is going to act as a hanger. So to get this lace through that little hole, I'm going to use one of these bead threader tools. Just wires that are strategically bent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to stick this through my hole, and I'm going to thread just a little bit of this onto it and then gently pull it back through using a little twisting motion, being careful not to tear my tag. Just takes a little patience. And I'm going to continue to gently pull it through till about the midway point. Gone just a little bit too far, so I'm going to pull it back like that. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so that you can see this process a little better. So for this, I'm just going to take the ends and I'm going to tie them together like this. Just going to make a knot. I'm going to hold it and I'm going to make sure that that knot goes up toward the end. Just kind of push it. Then I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to stick it in behind . And I'm just going to tie it. And then I'm going to make a bow. And just adjust that until I am happy with the way that it looks. Next, I'm going to take my pinking shears and I'm going to trim the edges of my ribbon so that it doesn't fray. Plus, I think it gives it a nice decorative edge. Get this one a little bit shorter. Next, I have this garment pin and this little jingle bell. I'm simply going to put the jingle bell onto the pin. And I am going to secure this onto my bow, just right in the center. You can go through the material if you'd like, or you can go in behind, whatever works for you and you think looks the best. And for the final touch, I've got some little pieces of, these are little sequins, like a snowflake sequin, just a round one, and then just a little kind of clear bling piece. And I'm just going to put those on the tag. Let's see, maybe this. Oops. Something like that. So I will glue those down. And for the final touch, I'm going to use some diamond stickles. And I'm just going to accent along that snow line that he's standing on, and also in the center of the sequins, just put a little bit of sparkle. Just kind of rubbing it on. It will level out as it dries. And there we have our sweet little tag, complete with the jingle bell. Thank you so much, PandaHallSelected, for sending these dies for my review. Don't forget to check out the links below. I will link all of the products that I received from PandaHallSelected and links to the videos that I made for them. Also, again, a general link to the PandaHallSelected store, where everything is a really great price. And my coupon code, Theresa, T-H-E-R-E-S-A, will give you 10% off your order. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please remember to like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Also, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Until then, bye!